arm right here? What's that say? It says the not fucking around crew. That's what that says.
Yo, here we are, locked up with Copville. No, not locked up with Copville. Hot Topic with Copville. One of those shows. I do 2 a day on Wednesdays. This is Hot Topic and the final episode with my main man, Jordan Ennis.
The grand finale.
I'm sad. How'd you like my thumbnail? Did you see my thumbnail?
It was good. It was good. I like it.
You're like waving goodbye.
Yeah.
Like all that. So he will be back as a guest here and there. He's not going anywhere. He is he's been gracious enough to give us his insight for the last few months and on his own time. So Jordan, I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, of course.
All right, let's get to the comments. There's a couple build up already. Dylan says, fire 100. How you doing? We're good, buddy. The best self-proclaimed heroes, Jerry Worms. Liz, big supporter, was good. What up, cuh? What's up, y'all? Dylan, Jordan will be missed. Excited to find out who the new co-host is. We'll talk about that later. Another beautiful night for the Lord. For the Lord, my God, to watch Copville. Appreciate it. Amen. Jordan, don't leave. I agree. Mr. Burner Count himself. Thumbnail is gold. Yeah, I got an AI program now that in all my free time, I throw those together. I'm over there crying today. Tears are driving down my eyes as I'm making it. And so what's going up in Sandy Springs, man? What's the word up there?
We had another shooting.
Oh God. I didn't see that.
Last week we had another shooting. And I mean that's kind of you really can't get much fucking if you're gonna really top that. But yeah, we had a guy that assaulted a woman, and then we contacted him. He pulled out a gun and shot himself. So he shot himself in the head while we were shooting him at the same time. So
that's what you to make sure it's a suicide.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Easy done. We had one like that as well, where they were he shot at 2 cops in Walmart, crashed. They were pumping rounds in the side door, and he put the gun in his head, and they said, all right, he killed himself.
Yeah.
So how many cop wives we got on tonight? Let's see. Let's see if any of them showed up. Thank you, Tina. Everybody laughing. No angry cop Karens in the chat. I hope they come. So if you got, here's this one. Jordan, did you hear the guy that showed those Tifton officers died in jail?
Mm-mm.
I did not see anything about
the
that.
guy that showed the Tifton officers died. I didn't hear
Jordan,
about that.
did you hear?
I heard about there was a shooting or something there. I didn't hear about anybody dying.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. I really didn't prepare anything this week. I was just going to shoot the breeze with you. We got usually a good following in here, so we'll roll with the comments. Did we see the Richland County SO incident? Did not. Yeah, for those that didn't watch my episode or may want to, I covered a little bit of the cop wife stuff, and there's accounts and accounts and accounts of cops, just female cop wives, just blah 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 blah, making the job about them. And I recently caught a stray. How I got the episode today was I caught a stray in the comments for simply doing what I do, which is, to me, I think the right thing is, even if you're a cop wife, is hold people accountable, hold the administration accountable. And I've never dove real deep into everything that happened to my wife and all the stuff that happened to me and all throughout that IA. But I got called a crybaby. And I was like, crybabies are people that complain about things that they cause. Like if I was on here crying all the time, I'm talking about like real facts, like corruption facts behind the closed doors, what's going on. And I would think the public would want to know that. And did you watch it? Did you catch any of it?
Complaints without substance, then you're a fucking
yeah. If I'm a crybaby, it's because I didn't get a raise or I didn't get promoted. Oh, I'm a baby. When you get drugged through a 6-month IA that is obviously routed and targeted and all that stuff, I think I got a right to complain a little bit. But it is what it is. Liz is still single. I'm a cop wife. Yes, you're a good cop wife. That's Jerry's wife.
Yeah, there's levels to cop wives. There's levels. I got one. I got one. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm a cop wife for you guys that don't know. I always say this, and you can knock it, but although I don't have the right biblical definition of a wife, I have the other parts. My wife goes to work. I have to worry. I have to deal with her when she comes home. I have to deal with everything that goes on at the job. And I understand the difficulties from this side of it. And the last thing I do is white knight or make her job about me. Like,
Do
she's the one
you think
to do
your relationship was easier to get through when you guys were both on the job, or easier to get through now that one of you's not there?
It's harder now. It was easier when we're both on the job. It's trauma bonding. It's trauma bonding. We both going through hell. We're both dealing with the same calls. We're both dealing with the nonsense. I honestly have let it go.
Yeah.
I have detached myself from being a cop. I no longer, when I say I don't care, I no longer care about the job doing it. I care about people's safety. I care about helping cops. I care about the community still. You know what it's like when you're sucked in. I'm sure when, GSP or pin card, you're just locked into that mindset.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. There's
Everything
nothing.
is there.
It happens quick. If you commit to it, you don't realize how far in you are until you take a step back and breathe. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah.
Athens Clark County officer was indicted this week on bestiality and child. Oh God, did not see that. There's been a lot of them. There was another one. There was a pursuit. Guy got in a pursuit, went around the stop sticks somewhere in Florida. Claimed he didn't know they were chasing him. There's been a lot of bad cop ones. It's like that season. I don't know if it's Christmas or what. Crybaby is a victim mentality. Correct. Any thoughts or information on the plane crash on 95?
I didn't know where it was. I saw that, like the Instagram video.
That was right here. It was in Brevard. It was one county north. Yeah, because I actually drive. That's coming back from Orlando.
Okay.
Fisk Boulevard is where they landed, and I use it in a meme. Of course, I put that. When you've successfully pitted 5 cars in a row, you get a kill streak, and you get to use the pit plane. A lot of people thought you might have been flying that plane. They were like, "Here comes Jordan."
I did 3 in one day. I never did 5. I did 3.
3 in one day.
Yeah, I did 3 in one day.
I am a transgender cop wife. Yeah, I am. That's me. I'm a cop wife. You are my favorite wife, Mike. Matthew, not even my bro-in-law. Well, ex cheated on my sister way before they were married. Oh boy.
Oh Lord.
This is only relax. Lynette is a huge fan. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, Lynette, because you still work at the sheriff's office, but just a final episode with Jordan as my co-host. This is going to continue with a new host. Jordan is was gracious enough to help me out all these months, and he's retiring from the podcast business. What's going on? So I don't know if it's that time of season. I've been seeing a lot of cops in the news doing dumb shit, man. And it's
I saw one today. It was a cop. So he would pull women over, and then he would, under the guise of like looking for insurance in their phone, going through their phones looking for nudes, and would send himself like pictures of their nudes.
I saw it.
All that shit. What a fucking creep ball, man. Good God. Yeah.
Jordan, I'm gonna look up when I'm in Georgia. Yeah, you better watch out.
Yeah.
That's and that here's my take on that. We always, obviously you've been through hiring process. You know that even now, you guys do a very good one, but I know at my agency they don't even have a cop reviewing the backgrounds anymore. It's all civilians. So when they say, "Oh, how did he slip through the cracks?" Do you think he walked in his interview and said, "Hey, I'm a fucking sexual predator"?
Yeah. You can sell it. Yeah, you can sell it. Yeah.
So it
takes a while for the person. It takes a while. People can bullshit, but you can't bullshit forever. And eventually, all that nastiness comes out, and you're like, "Well, how did you make it? How did you make it through the process?" Well, he answered the fucking question correctly, and he may have not been a piece of shit, but something happened. I don't excuse him because burn him at the stake. He's a fucking piece of crap. But you can become that. You know what I'm saying? You can, over the years of whatever, you can just morph into that. So
yeah. Well, I mean, how do I say this? We all have vices. We all have something. Yeah. And that's where I think God and upbringing and your integrity comes in and goes, we can all say it. We've all seen a good looking girl while we were on patrol, single, whatever, and went, man, I'd love to know who that is. But you have to have the integrity to go, I can't look that up illegally. I can't go get a phone number, which we have guys that doing this shit all the time. We just had a guy get arrested a couple weeks ago here at our agency. And then we have other IAs where guys use the database to do that.
Yep.
That's where I look at it. Like, we all have thoughts of doing things, but when your moral compass comes in and goes, you don't want to do that. And you're like, you're right. I thought about it, but it's like, you can't do it. And there's guys that just lose that battle, or they just hide it long enough, like you said, and go, okay, I've been here a little while. I've run this, I've run that. Nobody said anything. Now I'm going to take it a little further. And then the next thing you know, they're doing, mean, that's a bold move, man. I can tell you, just getting in somebody's phone, even a drug dealer, when I'm like legally seizing it, I'm like, God, this is somebody's personal fucking business, man. Like, I can't imagine going, I'm gonna Hail Mary.
Dive into that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna send myself nudes from the phone. Like that's next level, man. Next level.
Creepo. Yep.
Yeah. You got to show Jordan that video I sent you of the DI cops arresting the skinny fella at the airport. Yeah, there's some good ones. Jordan's not a big social media guy, but I get a lot of video. Dude, I can't keep up anymore. It's getting rough.
Just an influx of shit.
We are all heathens at heart in some capacity, but the discipline to fight the flesh is what counts. Yeah. And that's, like I said, we've all said dumb things. We all thought dumb things. And at the end of the day, it's like your character has to kick in and go, I'm not going to do that. And I think it's getting worse and worse with cops, with technology. I think Flock is under like super attack right now. I was just sent some articles. Let me look at one of them.
There's a website you can go on now to see if you've been haveibeenflocked.com.
Correct. But there's here, let me send this in. Yeah, they're not monitoring properly. So it says Eugene Police Department announced Friday that they have terminated their contract with automated license plate vendor Flock, citing concerns over system vulnerabilities, data security, and the technology's ability to meet operational needs. So I think they're finding out like people at Flock and shit are using all that data, and they're like doing some wild shit with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys, I was in the real-time crime center. It originally was a great idea. It was like, you're going to fill out every time you want an entry, you're going to fill out a paper, sign it. You're going to put the reason. That went out the window in like a week. And things just get entered. SIU does it. The Special Investigations Unit. You have no idea. The sheriff could have his own secret account that's hidden from everybody. And you have no idea if it's being used for what
nefarious purposes.
I'm using that word a lot lately. Nefarious activity. Yes.
Purposes,
so, there was an officer in Lexington that would Facebook message the women he wrote tickets to. They complain on his dumbass. Yeah, that's bad. Real bad. Locker room talk. Yeah, so using that information is you can't do that, man. And I'm noticing that more and more, like when I was getting that was more, we can't catch everybody. But there are also times, and this is where I get into accountability, and we see things and we go, that doesn't seem like that guy's doing something right, or that sergeant's not doing, but we never tend to say anything. And that, I think, is one of the biggest arguments from society is, do we really hold each other accountable and go, that doesn't seem right? Like, hey, man.
I don't know how they audit. I think I want to know how. I think that dude for us that got fired, I don't know. I know they probably audit your searches or whatever, but I don't know how they actually found out he was doing whatever he was doing. Probably through an audit. They changed our system, the way we search and the way we, enter search reasons or search justifications and stuff like that because of him. But like if you audit all my stuff, like I'll run. So we have like a hot tag. I like psycho refresh all the stolen cars and stuff like that. Like I refresh it. You look at mine and you'd think something's wrong with my computer because like every 30 seconds I'm just seeing where you're at. But it's always the same block of cars. And I only search cars. Like I have like a hit list like on my laptop of stuff I'm looking for, and that's the only thing I search. Outside of that, you're never gonna see me search. You're never gonna see me search a tag once. I don't do it like that.
Nope. My standard was when I was getting ready to do a traffic stop, I would obviously Flock and all that, but I would get up behind the car, I'd run it, I would see who was registered to. Half the time I'd change my mind when I went, it's a fucking 7-year-old woman. I'm I'm not gonna do that. But no, I never. I will tell you, when we first got David, which was our driver's license database in like 2002, we were looking up every football player, every fucking famous person in Florida. It was unregulated. Now there's lawsuits and all that. So I'm like I said, we got access to that, and there's your curiosity and your, I didn't do it for anything immoral, but I remember when we first got David, I remember looking up like Dante Culpepper. I'm like, let me see that. I know that motherfucker plays for the Dolphins. Let me look him up and see what kind of cars he's got. And he had like 20 cars. And as I'm like, damn, that dude's got some money. But it was never for nefarious reasons. It was just curiosity. But obviously that stopped. The laws got strict, and we actually
I forget who it was. It was I don't know why I want to say it was an Illinois state trooper or whatever, but he ran Barack Obama through NCIC and got fucking, and the Secret Service showed up to his fucking house. Yeah.
I can't imagine. Like that. No, that's, like I said, that's a different level of like stupidity.
It's just a different level of idiocy. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense in my brain.
No.
So if anybody watched my episode today, I talked a lot about the cop wives. I got into the union stuff a little bit, and two things I want to point out here. Anything you send me is confidential. I will never repeat it. I will never talk about it. Now, this was sent to me confidentially, so I don't know who sent it, but I believe it was with the intentions of repeating it. So I'm going to read anybody watching locally and see what kind of impact we're making or what my show is doing. I want to read this to you. In reference to the unions, you mentioned this before, and I'll keep improving true. A real problem for our hardworking deputies isn't the agency, it's the way certain union representatives use their position. Anyone paying attention to the recent events has seen how a small group has been elevating themselves by staying cozy with administration during these good times. Time will tell what happens when things inevitably get difficult, but patterns of behavior are hard to ignore. Many of these individuals were involved in decisions that weaken benefits and negotiating positions for deputies on the line. Meanwhile, most deputies have no idea what their union is supporting or how closely their messaging mirrors that of the sheriff's office. Half-truth is still a lie, and when those half-truths shape policy or bargaining positions, they deserve to be challenged. The sheriff, at the end of the day, is a politician whose statements will never be tested under oath in a courtroom. Union leaders, however, are law enforcement officers first, and what they say publicly carries professional weight and accountability. Your latest podcast mentioned one of the figures who seems to be more focused on personal advancement than genuine representation. Promotions come with expectations, and some people choose the path of becoming reliable yes men instead of true advocate. Our deputies deserve better representation, better transparency, and leaders whose loyalty is to the membership, not their career trajectories. Pretty serious email there.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I said, you got union guys that are in bed. And what we did was, in order to get the raise, which was already a step raise, and I don't know why you would negotiate something away as a union, they flat out gave away the accrual of vacation time. We work 12-hour shifts. We get 8 hours a month. Holidays for deputies were accrued into your vacation bank because obviously you can't take off a holiday. You're a cop. For no reason, with nothing in return at all, they gave up the accrual of holiday vacation hours. That's 12 days a year of vacation they gave up for nothing. Now you tell me what union member, what boss, what
It wasn't
person
voted on. I fucking know that.
It was voted. No, it was because
no, I mean like by the rank and file.
Well, the rank and file approved the thing, and here's what they do: they move all this stuff around. They basically say the guys in the union are in bed with the administration. They're all a bunch of I can't stop. I gotta be nice. They're a bunch of guys, and they're in bed, and they are worried about promotion. I reached out to the very people this guy's talking about before these contract negotiations started and said, I will help you guys get the word out. They didn't want that because you can't be associated with Mike Dilks because Mike Dilks holds the place accountable. So instead, they gave away that. Now, one person, I know two people that voted no. They both contacted me, and everybody else voted for it because they're like, what are we going to do? Go to impasse and blah, blah, blah. They're getting their step raise anyway. But they voted. They voted unanimously at the advice of their leadership that the good days are coming for the union. And what does the sheriff's office do? They look at those 3 or 4 guys in charge in the union. They go, good job, guys.
Yeah.
You're up for promotion.
We appreciate you. We're going to slide your name to the top of the pile.
Yeah. Dude, that's corruption at its finest, man. Yeah. And then did you watch today?
No, I watched a little bit of it. I was down teaching, so I didn't get it.
Did you see the policy that the sheriff implemented?
I don't think I got that one.
Okay, watch this. You're going to love this. You're going to love this.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, here we go. Bring this up. This is the newest policy, and I will read that in my best reading voice. Undermining the authority of the sheriff. Any attempt by an agency member to undermine the authority of the constitutionally elected sheriff, including but not limited to the actual or proposed political candidacy towards the sheriff, so you can't run against him, which you couldn't anyway. He had to resign 6 months out. Now you can't at all. But towards the sheriff, or otherwise jeopardizing the incumbency to the office of the sheriff shall constitute subversion of the sheriff. You will be fired. Group 3, fired. If you say or do anything against the sheriff. That is dictatorship. That was the reason for my like dog.
Horse shit is what that is. Yeah.
That says, and I'm gonna put it back up there for anybody who wants to get a screenshot. That top paragraph right there says you cannot have a First Amendment right as a deputy to ever speak negatively about the sheriff. That doesn't sound very Republican. That sounds very Democrat. That sounds very, come on in, doggy. That sounds very like, how do you take that? How do you read?
No,
how do you see that?
There's no. I can't even add any flavor to that. I mean, you know exactly. That's exactly what it is. That's a man who's very comfortable in his situation that no one's going to challenge him, and he doesn't want. That's someone who doesn't like confrontation. So he can't handle confrontation because usually he has that bad feeling in the pit of his stomach, knowing he's doing it fucking wrong. But if no one challenges him on it, then he's not gonna. You know, if he makes it so scary you can't challenge him, that he doesn't have to worry about explaining himself because he knows he's wrong, but he can't back it up, and he doesn't have any. He doesn't have any like, you know, way to, you know, prove that what he's doing is the way to do it. So he's like, we'll just not talk about it. You know?
So this year the deputies lost their vacation time. They were forced to go to the commission and argue with the county commission. I watched as I stood there as the agency handed out pre-written statements to a lot of the deputies to go up to the podium and read. They pulled the bait and switch because the sheriff can't budget. He doesn't know how to do his budget. So he just steps back and goes, hey guys, I asked for $2 billion. We're going to fly to the moon in this agency. Well, you have to be realistic. So he steps back and goes, I asked for it, guys, go fight them. So he sends the county to go, or the deputies to go fight his battle, all the while not budgeting correctly, not having a good administration. And then on top of it, takes away their vacation time, forces them to take mandatory vacation time, and then adds this stipulation that if you say anything about him, you are group 3 fireable. Yeah. I mean, that's like, so if he does, like he had an affair, and I use this as an example, he has an affair publicly, just demoralizes the agency, demoralizes the public, everybody's in shambles, and somebody comes up to me and says, what do you think about your sheriff having the affair? Do I have to say, oh, he's the greatest man on earth, I love him? Yeah. Or do I say, I think it's terrible. I think he's a bad example. And if that gets back to him, he can fire me. Yeah. And it doesn't even say honor on duty.
Similar with like the GSP thing. You can go, if something happens to you, you can go to like your appeal process. But to read you this thing this discipline's already been done. Like the discipline's already been they've looked at it, they've decided what they're going to do, and then but they have a thing that you have to sign that make you understand. Like it says, if you come to this, your discipline can be increased up to the point of termination, which means they're trying you're trying to bully me out of what? You're going to look at it and go, well, you know what? We were wrong. Well, nothing changed between last time and now, except for the fact I wanted to say something to you. But now you're going to be like, well, you know, just remember, we can always change it. What does that sound fair? Or does that sound like you're trying to bully me and not come talk to you? Get the fuck out.
Are you kidding me? That's GSP's policy. That sounds like the feds.
That's exactly, if you come to your appeal, and you have to acknowledge that you understand this. They say if you come to your appeal, we can review again what we already disciplined you for and decided on, and that we can just fire you. Yeah, nothing changed. We can just fire you now. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, when I was on the feds, it sounds like a proper statement. If you don't confess in the federal system, you're done. Like they'll send you to like Alaska to make sure you're not near your family and all that stuff. So, you know, it's just setting the wrong example, and what they're doing. And I've said this: Florida sheriffs are out of control. They're out of control. They have so much power. Lee County, Carmine Messino. Now he's going to run for Congress. He's a fucking crook. Greg Toney's a crook. Wayne Ivy's a crook. This guy's a crook. Eric Flowers. It's like, and these guys now, instead of just owning up. And what he also referenced in there, if you keep reading, is he referenced the 2012 election, which was a very big one in our agency. It was the current sheriff versus the undersheriff of the jail, or whatever, deputy chief of the jail. It got ugly. And then he referenced his last one, which was him versus Milo Thornton and Keith Touchberry, and they got ugly. He's basically conceding, due to the fact the last 2 elections got ugly, and it's a subversion of the sheriff to support another candidate, which is what they did to me. You know, I walked into the old Joe Pesci casino with the gun in the back of my head. When I walked in, it was a Goodfellas, when he walks in the room and it's empty. Yeah. So I walked into an empty, room, and here was 3 guys handing me a memo going, hey man, you're going to the jail because of supporting another candidate. And now they would be able to fire me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if anybody does anything close to what I did, which is use your First Amendment to say I support that guy and not that guy, I am no longer confident in the sheriff and I can be fired. I feel like there's a lack of integrity in just humans. Yeah, we've lost it. The Bible. We fell apart. We fell apart from the Bible and country and the flag being able to be flown, and we don't know which bathroom to use and all that garbage that colluded our brains. We're in trouble. Any pursuits lately, Jordan?
I've been teaching and learning and doing nothing dramatic, nothing for me, nothing really, no, nothing spicy.
Me neither.
No.
Always worry about being good at the job and having good morals rather than worrying about stripes and bars. Very good choice. I lost my stripes because I did what was right.
Me too.
Yeah, you did. Don't mean to say anything about me or else. Let's see. Sounds like the sheriff needs to be impeached. Yeah, no shit. What's up, boys? I hope everyone's doing well. We're doing great, my man. What's up, Brady? Nothing much off work tonight, so I'm able to chill. Beautiful. What's the point of doing anything then? Yeah, sometimes, well, here, Liz. The point of doing is for the people. And I've always said that. If we fail the people, screw the administration, screw the politicians. At the end of the day, I know Jordan did it too. It's for the victim of a crime that has nobody else but you out there going, I don't care if they're going to screw me. I don't care how they're going to treat me. I'm going to get this done for them.
I do what I do for the core of what it is that my job represents. I don't do it for the people that I work with. I don't do it for the city that I work for. I didn't do it for the state that I work for. I do it because that's what's expected of me in the position that I hold. And regardless of what the fuck the opinion about what I did, I had a belief system that I was meant to do it in a certain way and take care of people in a certain way and make decisions in a certain way that a lot of times were not, the popular opinion. But for me, fuck it. I was doing it anyway because that's what was supposed to happen. So that's why I did it.
That's the right reason. And that's why, we hit it off. That's we have the same mentality. And then that's where not giving a shit about dumb things like these stupid meetings that happen. And that, like you were talking about supervisor meeting, like, why am I sitting at this fucking table? There's guys out there committing crime. Like we need to be out there. And there's never everything that happens at those stupid tables and those like commander meetings and stuff. It's like somebody took the worst idea possible and it had AI generated and went like, here, I got a degree and I went to all these academies and stuff. This is a great idea. And I'm like, what? Like that's the worst possible idea you could ever have. And these guys will
there's guys in these high ranking just positions of air quotes power. And then you hear the decisions they make, you're like, that is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard of come out of any law enforcement officer's mouth in the history of ever. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Yeah.
Then you look at their signature and it says FBI Academy.
FBI, NA. There's like the
degree,
juris doctorate, whatever.
Criminal justice major. Yeah. Never seen a Nissan Altima. No. Never seen a Nissan Altima 4 deep in his life, but he knows everything about police.
He knows everything about everything. Yep.
Yeah. This is Jordan's last live. This is yes. Well, he's not going away forever.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is my last consistent.
He committed for months to just do this. It's a pain in the ass. Trust me, I'm on this goddamn thing, fucking 5-6 times a week. It's every week. Here it comes. It's time. I get it. He's still got a full-time job, family, and all that stuff. So I find it hilarious that cop lives were going off on Facebook on topics they have no business talking about. I wanted to say podcast, go make a sandwich, but I don't know if that would went over well. But yes, they do that. And it's very I can't tell you how embarrassed I am for the men who have those wives that do that. I can't tell you. My wife might be.
That was kind of, and I've never been in the military, but like the military wives that make their husband's military career their identity. You know what I mean? And here's the thing, and I understand. I do understand the part of like you're dragging your family around the country, you're doing this, you're doing that. There's a part you're military family adjacent, right? And you got to deal with some of the stress that comes with some of that stuff. But like the same thing, but for police wives, I mean, yeah, your husband or wife or whatever, their job is whatever their job is. Most of the time, 90% of the cops in this, even more than that, your day to day ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but a lot of times they'll look on and think, oh, he's working a 12-hour shift. Yeah, he's working a 12-hour shift. He'll be home. Probably everything's going to be all right, but don't get all up in arms or uppity about thinking you have the first fucking idea about what his or her day is like, and you with the authority of being like, oh, I know, you don't fucking know. You have no goddamn idea. Shut up.
And the problem when you see it, I mean,
Yeah.
you immediately know what kind of person the male cop
Yeah.
is. He's a beta. Like I would look at my wife and say, if you do that again, I'm divorcing you. Like if you ever get online again, and make a video, make it. I know I don't have to. And if my wife would tell me now, if I ever got on and did that, she's embarrassed. She also says all the time. She's like, don't bring me up on your podcast. I try to very rarely do it. Don't talk about me. Don't bring me up. Like I'm my own person. But here's my thing with the cop wives, just like the TikTok cops. If there's a if one of these wives has a page that is in good intentions to maybe help understand what a cop wife might need to do, I can tolerate it. But when it becomes all about you, it's just like I talked about with like, you know, a good friend Terry that passed away and people making her death about them and focusing on what that's what most of these cop wives do. It's not about doing it for the right reason. It's about how many likes and clicks. It's like you see the videos of the chicks. I remember them getting caught on like where they would have their kids fake crying and shit on video and like cry, and then they would make a TikTok and, you know, just they're doing those female cops are doing it. I'm going to play the clip of the top cop wife that riled me up enough to make that. This is a cop wife. This is a real cop wife. This dude is a cop. He's now taking his patches off because the agency got on him. This is the psychopath he's married to.
Cop, and you may think I don't give a shit. Okay, well, let me tell you why you should. If he's out patrolling, I can affect his mood, which will directly affect your visit. My husband, very easy to rage bait. Maybe I want to start a fight before he goes to work. Maybe I want to spice it up. Okay, does that affect me? No. If I want to make him have a bad mood, it's super easy, and I'll do it. So until we start getting the credit we deserve, y'all better start thanking us. Oh, you're a cop, wife? Yeah, well, I have a very important role in society, so you better listen up. Every time you see cop wife in public, I want you to thank them. Thank you for your service of keeping him in a good mood. Because the gooder the mood he is, the gooder your interaction probably will be. I don't know. Maybe he's good at work. Maybe he can hold a straight face. I don't know. But I could really get under his buttons. I know how. Next time that you want to say, cop wives are for the weak, I would recommend rethinking.
I can't take it anymore.
Holy shit. Fuck.
She must do something that the spaceships can't do, because I would punch her square in the mouth if that was my way. Like, that is a real.
Dude, the problem is, I mean, I know there's some fucking weird people in the world, but there's so much shit and satire on the fucking internet. It's so hard for me to believe
that is real.
The fucking the balls of somebody to put that gives me anxiety. Yes. It gives me anxiety to think about making that shit, watching it, editing it, going through and be like, this is fucking awesome. Post.
Yep.
Woof. God damn it, man.
Here you go. To prove that it's not. Here you go. There's Beta Boy in the background. There's Beta Boy in the background. Now he has to take all his patches off because his agency got on him. But I mean, he looks scared back there. She's got some was that Jodi Arias that drove across the country and stabbed that dude in the shower and killed him. But that's bananas, man. And that's just one of, I'm blocked. I'm blocked from all of them because I torch them. But I can't pull up the account. But that is being sent to me, and that is real life. That is, and then how do you keep it? If you're an administrator and you see that, I'd fire him. I'd be like, your wife's mental instability is, if she's able to affect your mood that bad to cause you to be derogatory to citizens, you're gone. You can't work here.
God damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
And then, reminds me of the military dependents. Didn't he put half-assed apology saying he will hold himself to the highest standard and will try to regain the trust of the community? Listen to he did. So hey, we're here. We're doing it today. So when the sheriff had his affair, he put out this apology. This is his only public apology. This is the guy that stands in front of the camera. He's a big hero. He put out this apology after blowing the town sideways with another first responder's wife. This was his meek.
This was just today?
No. That was when it happened. This is 2.5 years ago. It says today because it was screenshotted that day. So he puts this out, and then under a month, was back in the saddle again.
Hmm.
Got caught having a back at it.
Is he still with his? Did they divorce?
No, he married the mistress.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
he's divorced
He
from her.
divorced.
Yeah,
he
married the mistress.
I got you.
And here's the other thing I didn't say in my episode. I meant to. What he did as well. Oh, let me just catch up. That's that one. Ghetto gunship. Yep. Yep, she's serious. Let's get this big one. Hold on 1 second. My dad asked me today what those kids from PA that stole the Dick's Sporting Goods were all charged with when it was about $2,800 worth of goods. What's the best way to explain why they charged them? I didn't see it.
But why they were charged?
It can't be real. They're talking about that. It would be grand theft or something.
Yeah, probably grand.
They're all talking about the girl.
I forget PA
Gooder.
statute code.
Needs to get off the track or share it. Yeah. Didn't school good? No. She must have peaked in high school and she thinks she's still relevant today, 10 years later. Yeah, she's fucking psycho. Sorry to go off topic here, but just wanted to ask Jordan on his last live. I'm going to be applying to agencies, and if he could get your quick thoughts on Forsyth County, Roswell, or Alpharetta.
Yeah, no, Forsyth's legit. Forsyth's a really good sheriff's office. Roswell, Roswell's depends. It really depends on what you're looking for, as far as the type of department you want and what the qualities your department wants to. Both of those agencies are really, really good. Roswell is where I live. They're a bunch of really, really good dudes. They have a solid department. Alpharetta is kind of the same way. But Forsyth, why not us? Why not us? They're the departments that are just north of us. Why are we not? Why are we not on that list, man? Yeah.
Sandy Springs, what are you doing?
Yeah, dude. Just come one department south. Yeah.
Cuckoo. Yeah, so we're talking about that. Yeah, he went off the rails, he made the apology, then he was right back at it. And that's what I'm saying. And I brought up my episode. There were 2 occasions where the now ex-husband of the mistress, the wife, confronted me in public because he knew I was very close with the sheriff, and I had to eat it. And rightfully so. The guy has a right to be fucking mad. And it's I look back to that policy now, and if that guy comes up to me and I go, "You're right, man. He's a piece of garbage. He shouldn't have done that." Do I get fired? I get fired for saying, "Yeah, he's a garbage for having an affair that wrecked the agency." Oh, the other part I was going to was he thrust her into when you I did this once. I had the midlife crisis marriage of the young girl that was completely ridiculous. And my mom was fucking mad. And I had to force her into the family. And everybody's like, what's up with the teenager you're dating here? What are you doing here, son? So he kind of forced her in to the people and just went from married to a very nice woman that everybody in the agency really adored, very good friends with all the female cops, very good person. And then he goes to this other chick. He immediately just one day his really nice, cool wife is gone, and the next day you're dealing with this chick. And he forced her into everybody's lives. And they're all and he has this he's a fucking moron. He does this thing where he hands out Christmas ornaments every Christmas, every year, new numbered one with his picture. He's got to have his face and his picture on everything. So he gets a new Christmas ornament for everybody every year. And the first year after the affair, he thrust her in and made everybody come to the station that was working, get the ornament with her. And I remember getting contacted by many, many people going, "This is fucked up. I don't want to be around this chick. This is wrong what he did." And then now I have to go introduce and hang out. And I'm a Christian and I don't believe in this stuff. And he doesn't think all that stuff. He just made it happen. He just did it. And it's that's the things that nobody really puts into account when they're voting and they don't understand. And I'm a crybaby if I say it, but that's the things that everybody told me.
Yeah. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yes. Pussy and power. All right. It was 7 kids from Pennsylvania that stole from a Dick's. Apparently they charge each kid with grand theft or larceny from what the total goods stolen. Yeah. If one person, you're in a group, they're going to charge you with them, all of it together. It's you're going to get charged. So if, whatever the dollar amount, everybody's catching that dollar amount. Sandy Springs PD, of course, the first app, just preparing myself to be on the wait list and want to get experience while I wait.
Then wait. So here's another thing. How's it going to look? So you're going to go and you're going to go in and you're going to bullshit the agency. You're like, oh, this will be great. In the back of your mind, you're like, I'm just really waiting for Sandy Springs to open up. I'm here for just the experience. I'll be gone in 3 months. That's bullshit. Don't do that.
That's really good.
That's fucking out of bounds, man.
That's really good advice, because in your mind you think you're doing the right thing, but the agency is going to hate you, and then they're going to.
I understand.
Call other agencies.
I understand, but you also have to understand the time and effort and money and stuff they put into of getting you to where we are, especially if you aren't certified. And they go to certify you, and then you're going to certify them, then you're going to jump ship and try to go somewhere else. That is horseshit. I
wouldn't say that out loud either, because that's how you get blacklisted. They call around and go, hey, this guy's going to get off FTO and he's going to look for a better opportunity. He's not loyal. And those are the things that will cause you to never get another law enforcement job. You have to move to fucking another part of the country. I think they're referring to the Dick's Sporting Goods theft, which happened in Polk County. Judd did a news conference. I can't stand fucking Judd. I'm sure he did. Hello, Kelly, local friend there. And Forsyth County is definitely a great place. Good supportive sheriff, unlike someone else.
Yeah. Sheriff Freeman's a good dude. Yep.
So, yeah, you don't want to do that bait and switch, especially pre-planned. Like, I know even here at my agency, which is it used to be the elite. It was like Sandy Springs. When I started here, it was very difficult to get in at this agency, and it was looked at as one of the best. Now it's not. But even here, like, you come for a year and you leave, they're like, oh, this fucking guy, and it's gonna follow you around. And then if you get, you start getting 1, 2, you start moving too much, then they're all going to go, why has this guy left 3 different agencies and gone somewhere else? Why are we going to spend? Because I think they say it costs like $150 or so to, like, the whole thing, training, equipment, car, all that stuff and it's like, and then they're going to say, oh, the agency sucked, they don't want to hire me. Well, bro, you just fucking bounced on like 3 agencies. Like, and if it's
I know guys that have worked at all of those agencies and gone somewhere else. But for varying reasons, but all of those agencies will offer you, like, I will say a forever agency, depending on what you're at. All those agencies are big enough that that could be your career. You know what I mean? Like, they're not as aggressive as we are, but they're really good guys. They have really good area that they work. You get a good variety of learning how to do your job correctly. It's not podunk. All that shit. It's all North Atlanta, all North Metro Atlanta. So they're all really good. And again, like, you could, any one of those agencies you could spend your career at. But walking in that's not a stepping stone agency. That's not those places. Yeah.
And there are some. I mean, let's be honest.
For sure, 1,000%. Yeah, there are agencies that know they just are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
If a department sends you to mandate in Georgia, you got to stay with that department for 2 years. Is that true?
Or the department you go to has to reimburse you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they make us sign contracts down here, and they actually
contracts and shit. Yeah.
Them, but they you don't want to get that under your name there. So, all right, what else we got? See if I have any other pictures or videos. Today's episode was all serious, so I don't think I do. No. So, normal Christmas for you? Not doing anything crazy?
No, I'm working. Yeah.
You're gonna post that picture of your table you're working at, the computer? I sit at this table. Table. You can.
My laptop in my car and shit. Yeah, that's like no.
And that's where people will say, a lot of people, I thought this guy was a cop hater, and they'll say that about me because I'll say stuff like that. But I know you agree. You fucking signed up for this. You knew you were working holidays the day you signed the little contract and said,
and maybe because I've never had, I don't have kids, but I never got pissed off about that, because I'll either see you before or after. I don't work the whole fucking day. I'll either see you in the morning, or I'll see you, and it's still the same Christmas. You know what I mean? Or like Thanksgiving, I'll be around. It's okay, guys. I'll be around. But again, you're going to work holidays, weekends, rain, sleet, snow, hail, hot as fuck, cold as fuck. You're going to work. You know this. So the guy's whining and crying. Well, on this holiday, yeah, dickhead, you signed up for this shit. Yeah.
And that goes along with that cop wife mentality. If the male cop is acting like that, that's why the cop wives act. That
was weird. Like, even like the guy, and there's I think there's like a middle part where the guys have been on, so 1 to 3 years will complain about working holidays. 3 to like 15, holidays are what they are, and then the guys 15 to whatever are bitching about still having to work holidays.
They don't want to get up. They don't even want to get out of bed in the morning.
No, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Jordan, are you going to compete in the police and fire games next year?
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna do jiu-jitsu. Yep.
Really? That's like a state thing? You guys do it like a state?
No, it's national though. You
national?
can do the police Olympics.
Oh, yeah,
the fire
they came here one year. They came here 1 year.
Yep.
I actually liked working holidays. No command. I love working holidays. I did too. You can always find the warrants. Take the mamas. Check mama's house. Misunderstanding there, folks. I'm talking about applying elsewhere, not pre-planning leaving. I'm speaking about putting in an app, getting waitlisted, and go somewhere to start a career. Yeah, I think that's still kind of the same thing.
I think we're all talking about the same thing.
You have to have a job. I get it, but what Jordan is saying is you should try to put the app in where you want to work and not go work somewhere else, go through all the process and all that, and then quit. So I know you have to have a job though, so it's kind of on the fence, but you're kind of twisting the words there a little bit. Like that's what you're saying.
All right, so I'll even help you out. All right, so you can, whatever you're doing, like you can want your career. So for us, when we say you get waitlisted, it's not like your process is done and you will be hired at some point. So you're going to have a job. You go through the whole ass process. And we're like, yes, you sign on the dotted line. You will be hired. Now, if you do that, I'll tell you what. With us, if you do that shit and you go apply to another police department, you are now unhired. We will now unhire you because we don't want that type of shit. That's not how it goes. So
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? So if you go whatever, you work at fucking Quick Trip or something, you have something just to pay the bills in Europe. And our wait list is not years. If you get on, you'll get hired in a reasonable amount of time. You'll get hired in an amount of time. You can have another career that will get you by and pay your bills and do your thing while you're waiting to come work for us. But if we find out that you go through your process with us and then you go to another police department, we don't want that on us either because we don't want to steal people back. If it comes, we'll take veteran officers, things like that. That's fine. But we're not going to take someone that our chief, that is a fucking no-go. If he finds that out, you are fired immediately. There's no coming back from that shit.
Yeah. Good advice. I was told working in the jail is always a good experience. Just stay away from the Department of Correction. Yeah. Yes. I mean, I think
jail's great. I mean, you're going to learn communication. You're going to learn. You're going to get thrust into the worst possible scenarios every single possible day, and you're going to learn the best. The best tool is being able to talk your way into or out of anything.
Yeah, because you want no gun.
Nope.
Does the list expire, or is the list good for only 1 year?
That's a year.
Okay.
Yep.
What about applying to multiple agencies? You can apply to multiple agencies, but when Sandy Springs says we're going to take you, then you got to tell the other agencies, I'm going to hold out for Sandy Springs. I'm not going to, because you said
you can apply to as many places as you want. You can apply to as many places as you want to. I did. Like when I came down south and I was going to be a trooper, I applied to Georgia, South Carolina, Arkansas, and Mississippi, all at the same time. And it was like, but I was saying I already dedicated myself to whatever. I decided in all these places, I will work. Whoever puts their time in me, I will put my time in them. Whoever hires me, that's where I'm fucking going. There was no like, oh wait, no bullshit. Wherever it was, I'm going and we'll sort it out. That was my commitment to whoever hired me.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it was. And even going back years, now this is a little bit more common, but back in my day, you didn't do that. Like if you did it when I started back in 2000 and you phoned an agency like that, you were done. They would call around and be like, this guy is garbage. Like, because we had the Vero Beach Police Department, which is the training ground back then, which at the time I came over, I bet 20, 25 guys did their time at Vero, but it wasn't planned. It was, we got there and we all went, what the fuck is this? Like, I got to write a report for a fucking barking cat call. I got to fucking I got to ask to go across the railroad tracks. I got to ask to go take a piss. Like you literally did. It was super
micromanaging crap. Yeah.
Bananas, dude. And they passed it down from chief to chief to chief. And that's my argument with the city. Sometimes the city manager is the most powerful guy, but it's like nobody's at the Vero Beach Police Department in that chain of command has ever done, being a dick, but they've never really done real police work. There's just not enough stuff going on within the city limits and the way they cater to everybody. When I went from the police department to the sheriff's office, it was just like, holy shit, like this is what I can do. This is police work. This is what happens. I chase people. I run after people. Like But nobody in their chain of command understands that. And it's kind of like when we go into use of force or them trying to understand why you did something. They look at you and go, what do you mean you chased the car? Or what do you mean? Like, the fuck do you mean I didn't? Like, they've never done it. So it became a training ground where guys funneled through. Now they might be, I don't know. Our shows always gone to shit so much. I think they may be retaining people better than we are. If you get hired somewhere, just immediately contact the other agency and withdraw your application. I'd say a lot about your character and those chiefs that had the decency to tell them. I agree. That would be good advice. Be good advice.
Start your career off right.
Yes, be an auditor. We can do that.
Yeah.
Admin auditor. That's I'm getting there. If I wasn't so fucking busy, that's a, it's one of my favorite things. Is I'll be honest with you, it's a little sketchy going around town at this point, man. It's a little sketchy.
It's gotta be weird. It's gotta be weird, man. Yeah,
it is awfully weird.
Yo, you want to fuck? Does your county have flock?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, I fucking tried to do a PRR to Tallahassee. They make it impossible for David because my buddy said to me, David's our Florida database with anybody in the state. He's like, dude, one of these fucking dudes you cooked on Copville has had to have looked you up. Like what's his name? Where's he live? But it's like, I can't get a hold of Tallahassee to make the request. And I know it's happened because I know females that had been looked up and they actually sued for millions of dollars. But yeah, I should do it. It's a good idea. I should do a public records request for any flock activity with any inquiries to me or my cars. That's probably a good idea. I know I came up in command staff not too long ago. Like they actually were bitching about my public records requests and all that. Did you see the fuck? I bet you didn't see this. Did you see the girl, the 6'7" traffic stop girl that I made a huge deal on my page? Oh god, this will be our. I'll play this and let everybody make a determination on how you think, if you think this is professional or not. The agency's catching hell. I went in on them, and a lot of people have gone in on them. They doubled down that they deem this professional, and I'm gonna let you guys decide, and then I'll announce who the new co-host is, and we will all cry that Jordan's gone. It's gonna take a second. It's like a 2-minute video. There it goes. Hold on. I love having a Mac, dude. Just text it right to the computer. All right. Desktop. Maybe. What the fuck?
This is in your or is it?
No. This is Hem. Hold on. I'm gonna get it right. So let me get the video loaded and I'll tell you exactly where it is. Video file. Desktop. Where the fuck did it go? All right. This is definitely not a professional podcast, as you can see. This is a real deal. Just get it how you get it. Okay.
Our producer's been the same since we started this shit.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. It's me. I'm terrible. 12:10. I'm gonna put it in there. All right, we're back. What would you want a professional? Somebody said the other day. What the fuck did they say? They said something to me about on the Anti-Hero, and I'm like, do you want fucking CNN? Do you want like pre-scripted news, or you want to like real dudes just talking?
Yeah, just guys being dudes, man.
Yeah. So you're gonna get whatever I get anyway. But all right, this is. Let me get it open, and then I'll tell you what agency it is. All right, let me look on my Instagram. In California, I know that it is. Of course, I can't find it. It's like Hemet Police Department. Hemet Police Department in. So for those who don't know what 6'7" is, it's something where the kids do this 6'7". So this is. Let's go. Enjoy.
All right, we got 67. 67. I stopped you for going 67 and a 55.
She does it.
There you go.
The fucking window.
Do you have your license registration?
12 over?
12 over. Oh, it gets better. 12 over.
Talk about struggle, dude. All right, chat. This gentleman's gonna be getting a speeding ticket.
I will say this. When she says chat, all right, chat, people think she's streaming on TikTok. I can't cook somebody for not doing it. It's their body cam system. So when she's talking to the chat, this must be their AI system that's like generating a report for her or whatever's happening. So she's not live streaming on TikTok. She's still a freaking moron. But when she says chat, she's talking to her body cam.
We're going 6-7.
Even to her body cam when she's doing it.
Evidently, we've had a lot of fatalities on that roadway. In addition to that, his registration for the car is expired, so he's also going to get a citation for that. That is a fixed ticket. All right, chat. So what's going to happen? You're going to be issued a citation for 67 at 55. In addition to that, you're also going to get another one just for fixed.
Look at her hands. No fucking gun hands ready. Paperwork in one hand, license and phone in the other. Just a complete
So go ahead,
disaster.
and what I'm going to ask is that you sign here. Initial or signature. It's not a mission of guilt. Simply stay in your standard and take care. Because you're going 6-7.
7. Look. She does it again. Fucking fat, dude.
I can't help it. You guys are good to go. Just make sure to get the registration taken care of, okay?
That agency posted that. The agency posted that. 12 over. I will tell you, I'm not hiding anymore. I'm a dick. I did a public records request for her personnel file, and I did a public records request for the last 30 speeding tickets that she has issued. I want to see if she writes people for 12 over normally, or she did this because it was this fucking 6-7 shit. 12 over, dude. I don't even look up unless it's 15. You don't even get my attention unless it's 15.
15? Shit, no.
I mean, interstate. Yeah, you guys are not. I'm sure 90. Yeah, 20. Yeah, but I'm saying even I'm talking town, like around town. I'm on a side road, but this is why people fucking hate cops. This is the reason cops get a bad name. This is those people in that car. I would sue the shit out of that agency. And
GSP would fucking love her.
Oh, they made a spectacle of it. It's got 1 billion views. All the comments are negative. They doubled down. So I got guys from their agency texting me and commenting and telling me what's going on. 6-7. I have no idea what it means. It means
it doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing. It doesn't mean shit. Yes.
It means nothing. And so instead of going, hey, we fucked up, they doubled down. I'm told that the social media girl, and I guess it doesn't mean anything, but I'm gonna say anyways, like 51275. I commented that and they deleted it. And then I went back on and said, you can't delete comments from a public forum just because you're 51275. We'll see. I don't know if it's still there or not, but they were a really good agency for them, I'm told, and very proactive. And some of their guys on their page look very well trained, very well in shape, but somebody in this chain has gotten pussified and they put this out. This is one of the worst examples of the joking and the playfulness and the non-seriousness. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. If I was in charge, I would lose my mind. And they are getting.
I'm saying, what did you? So you're gonna. So everything you post everything you post is gonna. If you post it for a reason, it's either humorous, it's serious, it's community engagement. Hopefully, you're going for positive community engagement, right? There's a fucking reason you post. It's informative, it's traffic or something you want the people to know about. What fucking reason did they post that? It's not funny. It's stupid. It's not professional. It's not informative.
Their caption says it's December 6 and 7 this weekend. So, of course, our Gen Z officers are losing their minds anytime the radar hits 6-7. That's not parody. That's a real fucking statement from a fucking police agency. 25,000 shares, 371 comments. And I will tell you 95% of the comments are negative. Like I commented. Oh, that's nasty. I said, more proof the job is dead. The DEI female biker cop was more worried about 6-7 than being a decent human. I got 164 likes on that comment. Their locals are jumping on board, but every comment is negative. And then they doubled down. I'll tell you what they doubled down and said. Thank you to everyone who shared their thoughts on our video. We want to reassure our community that one lighthearted post does not reflect a lack of professionalism. Absolutely does. Within the department. Yeah. Our officer joined in on the joke. We're fucking cops, dude. Joined in on a fucking joke on a real call. That's not what we do. We joined in on a joke where kids and families were calling out 6-7 to our officers when they passed. Our goal was to simply share a moment of a lighthearted traffic topic.
It wasn't lighthearted. There's a monetary penalty, you fucking jackasses. You got a ticket.
The motherfucker got a ticket.
Yeah.
And no point were our safety and professionalism compromised. Another lie.
Fucking right. Yeah.
Another lie. She was more worried about the fucking cute joke than she was about the thing. And we appreciate the feedback and continued support for our community. This is funny because it's
nobody's supporting you. Nobody's supporting you. Yeah.
And then underneath that, it's like have the cops enforce real traffic. I hear your 51275. Somebody wrote that. Another DI officer. Traffic stop is not the place for an officer to be joking around or acting like she is on a live stream. Seriously, get a fucking life. Giving people tickets for 12 over, basically making fun of people that hardly did anything wrong and wasting their hard-earned money because your department is broke. You are the reason people want to shutter the police and also can't stand them. That is the fucking God's honest truth. We are our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Team South Florida said he agrees. So they're stopping cars that make TikTok. Yes, they are. Posts like that drive people to hate cops. That's it. That's why people fucking hate cops. That's why people hate cops. Jordan, what belt level are you in jiu-jitsu? I'm sure you said it before. I just never caught it.
Blue.
The man. Things that like that video is why people don't take cops seriously anymore. I agree. Who does that? That's not professional. So does the prosecutor give the person who got the ticket like some sort of cupcake? And she said 6-7 when she comes in. Maybe. Well, that wraps it up, man. I'm sad. We've had the most viewership we've ever had. It's been a great time. I appreciate you from the beginning, reaching out.
Yeah.
You're one of the coolest dudes. You came on the podcast, one of the highest viewed podcasts I had, and you're absolutely the epitome of what a cop should be. You train, take it serious, do the work for the right reason, and I've enjoyed every moment
Me too,
with you. So I appreciate it. So who is the new co-host? Some people are going to like this. Some people are not going to like this. But the newest co-host of Hot Topic with Copville that will start next Wednesday will debut. And then we will take Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve off. One I'm on a cruise, and Who Wants to Watch is on Christmas Eve. And then our first episode of the year will be January 7th. The new co-host is the ever controversial and opinionated Dominic Izzo. You will see Copville with Dominic Izzo Wednesday, 7 p.m. on the on Counterculture and Copville. He brings a far different opinion of things, and some of the reels that we post, people get nasty and say, why would you have that on there? There's always a place, just like on The View and just like on Fox News, where they bring in somebody that has a far different opinion. Dominic has a very direct opinion about some things. I do not agree with him a lot. It's probably going to be a little bit different show where we probably get into it a little bit about tactics and everything else, but that's it. Jerry's just too busy. Obviously Jordan has a life. And it's a pain to be here every Wednesday, but starting next week, the 17th, Dominic Izzo, 2 weeks off. And then from there, it'll be every Wednesday back with Izzo. And Jordan, once again, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for everything. And we'll talk. All right, guys, that's it. Please tune in tomorrow morning. I got to find my media assets. Please turn in tomorrow morning. I don't know how to end the show. I'm stuck. Hold on, I moved the window too far. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Tyler's out tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, it will be myself, Jason the Criminal, Jason Voterbeck, and Jimmy will be hosting. And then we'll be on tomorrow night on the night show. So take care, guys. And Jordan, appreciate it again, man. Thank you.
Patch my arm right here? What's that say? It says the not fucking around crew. That's what that says.